always remember Lynette with a lot of fun, particularly in terms of the various tourism functions, her real joy of being in the industry and meeting people, and certainly her love of the outrageous in terms of her clothing, particularly her shoes. I think she was well known, regardless of what function. She'd turn up in the Grayline blue uniform, but she'd make her own personality known very much through her shoes.
And I travelled with her overseas to Europe on a number of occasions, and she was always the team motivator. She was the one who was always organising things. So if ever anybody was looking for an idea, particularly in relation to training and also trying to grab the attention of the wholesalers when you're in a trade show environment.
She was the one that was prepared to put herself out, do those unusual things, different things in those presentations, and we took the view that if we were presenting to the industry, whether it be in the UK, whether it be in North America, it had to be fun, it had to be vibrant, it had to be exciting, and Lynn was the first person I used to always lean on because I knew she'd just deliver, and she'd embrace the concept, embrace the involvement in it, and was a real pro, absolutely brilliant.
Lynette Bergin was such a special, wonderful human being. I always found her to be an extraordinary ambassador, not just for Victoria, but also obviously for the company she represented, which was Grayline. She single-handedly put Grayline on the map in markets like UK and Europe.
We started doing trade shows and she would keep pushing us and pushing us to get better and better at whatever we did. And I guess she just embraced that whole sales role so much that she did different things to anyone else that I'd ever seen. So she became the star, and she would win you over. The costumes, the blue lycra Grayline suits that she would wear. And Lynette then revolutionised Grayline sales. She would just go more than any other person that I'd ever seen. And it was really a matter of us keeping up with Lynette.
And I think she had this doesn't matter if I look silly attitude, as long as we get the job done. As long as the product is remembered, and as long as I'm successfully completing a sale.
I mean, she would come into us with some of the ideas that she had, and when we would first hear them, we would think, you know, Lynette, this is a bit over the top. And it would be, you know, something like wearing a tram car as a hat. And just all these way out things, dressing up like a penguin, whatever it was. She would push the envelope. But what she was doing all the time was not only getting us known, and even herself, but you're correct, the state. She would push it so far, and she would always say they've got to remember us. And we've got to give them something that makes us different to anybody else. And I guess that's the secret. No one would leave a trade show or an appointment and not remember Lynette.
But one of the things we wanted to do from a Tourism Alliance perspective was to acknowledge the contribution Lynette made over her lifetime in tourism. And I was excited that the Alliance actually embraced that idea.
I really think it's very fitting that Tourism Alliance Victoria has an award named after somebody who I consider an outstanding sales and marketing professional. And if I was this young person, young being the operative word here, I would be very, very honoured to follow in the tradition that Lynette set. This was a lady who set a benchmark for sales professionals in this industry.
If they are winning the award, they're following in the footsteps of a very, very special person who was dear to the hearts of a lot of Victorians. Not only did she work a product very well, Grayline, but she saw the big picture, and she works so hard for Victoria, so it's a wonderful recognition for a wonderful person.
I couldn't think of a better name than call it the Lynette Bergin Fellowship, and to get the level of support that we have from the family and also from the industry is just terrific. I mean, I couldn't think of a single individual that better represents the values and the whole spirit of the tourism industry, what we're trying to achieve, than Lynette Bergin.